This is Jennifer with the Shooter's Mindset. We are live with what episode are we on? I forgot to look.
380.
380 with episode 380. Man, the number just keeps going up and up every week. Seems like I can't believe it's been that many episodes, but anyway, we are here. We have our co-host Greg Cannon with us. How's it going?
Good.
And our guests of the hour. This is going to be a fun show. So for anybody that doesn't know, we have the IPRF team, which is the International Precision Rifle Federation team for the USA. We're going to announce them tonight on here. But we have three of the shooters. We picked one from each division. So from open, we have Austin Orgain. How's it going, Austin?
Going good. How are you guys doing?
Good. From limited, we have Matt Partain.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And from open women, we have Payton Grimes.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. So we're going to announce the entire team in a little bit, but just to get kind of going on this. So the match will be August 6th through the 12th. And it was kind of a long process for them to pick who gets to go and represent. They did it very systematically based on, it was like almost like a point system where they looked at what matches you had shot. And I think in the last 2 years and, you know, where you placed in it based on a few major matches. So those got tallied up and then they put out who is going to actually shoot. So it's going to be an international match. There are 22 countries participating. And I think it's going to be about 230 shooters that are going to be doing it. So it's going to be a big event. Everybody is very excited, especially internationally. A lot of those countries don't get to have big rifle matches with their laws and the barriers that they have that we don't have here. So they're very excited about it. But yeah, we have a great team. I'm excited to announce that in a little bit. But just to kind of get going, I want each of y'all to introduce yourselves, and we'll start with Payton because ladies first. But while you're doing it, we already had a question come in about you. So while you're doing your intro, maybe you can tell us this. How did you get the nickname Joe Dirt? But also, how did you get into shooting and get to be on the team and all?
So I'll start with the Joe Dirt, I guess. So a few years ago, I was like curling my hair or something, and I had my hair all funky, and my mom decided to take a picture because she thought I looked like Joe Dirt. So then she put like a side by side, and then Prentice Wink somehow got a hold of it. Someone sent it to him, and then he shared it with the whole internet. So then it just kind of became a thing where everyone just called me Joe Dirt. So, yeah.
So, I love this.
Oh yeah. I got into shooting because I wanted to start long range hunting maybe 3-4 years ago, I think. And so I went to Gunworks and I met Philip Vallejo and he taught me how to shoot a rifle. And I did the Gunworks class for a few years. And then he finally asked me if I wanted to do competition. That was 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, June, I've been shooting competition. So
that's awesome. And you're excited to go to France?
I'm definitely excited to go to France. Yeah, I think that's an awesome opportunity.
Definitely. I wish I could go. Let's move to Matt. How's it going, Matt? Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into precision shooting and then how you got to, on the team and what you're going to be shooting, what division?
I got into shooting like competitively about 6 years ago. And it started off, I imagine, like a whole bunch of different, a whole bunch of people started, man. It just friends getting together and shooting. And then, you kind of get, I want to say, bored or whatever with the same old, 100 yards so you can shoot the bottle cap off a, Coke bottle or whatever. So we started getting out further and further, and then it just progressed from that. I found the Louisiana Precision Rifle Club, and I started shooting with them, and things just kind of progressed from there, and found the PRS, and just now we just travel all the time shooting them. As far as the team goes, I just applied, and so I guess nobody else wanted to go, so I got picked.
And what division are you shooting?
So I'm shooting in the limited division, which is you can shoot all of your same equipment. It's just from what I understand, it's caliber specific, and it has to be 308 or 223. But from what I understand, the country of France does not allow civilians to have a 223, so that narrows it down to a 308. So we're going to be shooting that.
So I guess you can shoot 308 or 308.
That's it. Exactly right.
About a 308.
Yeah, I think it's a good choice. You should do 308.
I'm gonna try it.
All right. And Austin, how about you?
Well, I'm pretty sure I've told the story on here with you guys before, but just started when I was a kid, shooting, same deal, shooting pop bottles and caps and whatever. Got into it in 4-H, started shooting some pellet rifle, pellet pistol, and mostly shotgun and that. Didn't shoot a whole lot through college. Once I graduated college, was working in the oil field in Woodward, Oklahoma, and got kind of set up with the guys at Butch's Guns, and they built me a rifle and kind of got me into it and took off from there.
And how did you come about to shoot on the team?
Qualified. So you had to apply, they had the match qualifications, and it was certain criteria of, I don't remember, it was like 10 different matches, and your top placement within those 10 different matches over the last 2 years, you picked your best 3, and then they selected the open team based on your 3 best matches over the last 2 years.
That's awesome. I'm trying to get back to my notes now. Sorry. Okay, good. It is time to do the whole team. I wanted to make sure I didn't do this too early. So for anybody that's been wondering, because I know we were wondering, and we were like, who is actually going to be able to go? What's the roster look like? So we did get the information, and I think Greg maybe put this in the comments, if anybody doesn't hear like the team names and what divisions. So there's 4 divisions. There's open, limited, which is what Matt was talking about with 308, the open women, and then open senior. So our open, just our generic open group is Austin Orgain, Morgan King, Clay Blackketter, Austin Bushman, Tate Streeter, and Greg Bell. And then limited is Leon Weatherby, Coulter Marriott, Matt Partain, and Buck Holly. Open women is Allison Zane, Laurel Aikenhead, Payton Grimes. And then open senior is Rusty Ulmer and Paul Higley. And this is like a really good team. I don't know if everyone really knows all of the names that are on here and kind of what they've actually accomplished. I know people hear names, but when you sit down and actually tally it up, it's pretty impressive. I mean, if you look at our open senior, both of those guys have been in the sport for a very long time. They are wonderful mentors in this sport. Both have been match directors. When you look at the open women last year in the series, they finished first, second, and third in the series. And of course, Allison Zane, who grown men are scared of now, but she's had 5 wins on her own. That's not 5 top ladies. That is 5 match wins where she has beat out the entire field at 16 years old. So that's pretty impressive for her resume. We have Buck Holly. I believe he was the TAC series winner previously, and he owns C&H Precision. We've got, let's see, Greg Bell won the Gap Grind twice.
Back to back, back to back.
Mm-hmm. So, and I think he's on a coffee mug or something, right?
And t-shirts.
And a t-shirt. He's famous.
He is that.
He's pretty famous. And of course, he's got Twisted Barrel Precision, doing a lot with that. Then we have Tate Streeter from Impact Precision, and he's won the NRL championship and had multiple match wins. Austin Bushman was second at the AG Cup last year and has had multiple match wins. Clay Blackketter, he owns Clay's cartridge company, so does ammo for a lot of people, and he's won the PRS series before. Morgan, I'm sorry, I don't know how many matches you've won. It's a lot. And he's won the NRL series twice. I know that. But I don't remember how many matches you've won because you're almost like Austin. And the only reason I know Austin's numbers is because he knows them because he's sitting here and he told me because I asked before the show. But Austin has had 18 match wins, 41 top 5 finishes. He's won the AG Cup and he's won the PRS series twice. So when you really look at this team, there's a lot of experience there. That's pretty huge resume for that team. So y'all better go over there and kick some tail.
Oh, we plan on it. One way or another, we plan.
It's in the notes.
Yeah.
It's in the notes that you're going to kick tail.
Yeah.
So are y'all going to get together at all before y'all go over, or y'all staying together? Do you know?
For us, I mean, if you'll notice, there's 4 guys on the open team from Oklahoma. We kind of plan on all traveling together. I know Partain and Greg Bell are actually on the same flight as we are from Atlanta. So we get on an Oklahoma City flight to Atlanta, and then we get on the same flight they're on. So we're for sure going to probably hang out and see each other, eat, whatever. You know, I don't even know for sure what all there is to do in that part of France. We want to see some Paris and do a little bit of touristy stuff. But ultimately, I think we're all there to kind of go take care of business too. So.
And I know a lot of people are talking about bringing family and everything, and kind of, you know, you're flying over there already, so might as well spend some time, you know, seeing a new country you've never seen before.
Yeah.
And I think the way they have it set up is you will shoot a day, have a day off, shoot a day, have a day off. So y'all will have time to, you know, kind of go kill time, do whatever. That'll be nice.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if they're doing like, or I haven't heard this. Maybe Austin or somebody could answer this, but like, are they going to do like the open team's going to shoot on Monday and then the limited team's going to shoot on Tuesday, and or vice versa? Or I haven't heard that yet, but I hope that's the way it goes, because I would, you know, I would like to watch our open team shoot, you know. So, I mean, I that's my hope anyway, because I really want to watch. I just want to watch them do their thing and just melt the other countries down. So,
yeah, from what I understand, we're gonna have you know, open. I'm not sure what division shoot which day, but I know it'll be split up. Like open will shoot, you know, Monday, Wednesday, and then maybe limited and ladies and I don't know if it's seniors or who's going with what will shoot on Thursday. So it'll be split up like that is the last I've heard.
I think it'll be fun either way.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun to be able to kind of like pit crew for each other also.
Sherpa. Partain, I'll come be your Sherpa when you shoot.
please do.
So there's been a lot of, I wouldn't say controversy, but there's been some divided opinions about, you know, in general, the IPRF, and also how do y'all feel getting to represent the US? Because there were some people that are like, you know, it's not a big deal. And then there were some people that were like, sign me up right now as soon as it came out. So how, y'all, I want each of you to answer kind of like, how do you feel getting to represent the US and getting the chance to go do this?
I can tell you from my perspective that there's no one more excited than I am to do this. And it doesn't matter to me, you know, what it is, whether it's PRS or the IPRF or, you know, what, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just there to, I mean, the whole goal in shooting with my, is to hang out with friends. Lots of people have best friends that live next door to them. My best friends live across the country, and I get to see them once a month. So it doesn't, I mean, that's the whole goal for me, is just to have fun, is to, and who wouldn't want to go to another country and compete, against, all these other, 24 different countries or whatever. I mean, it's just it's an opportunity that I think is foolish to pass up, regardless of what your beliefs are or whatever. I'm just there to have a good time.
Yeah, I agree. I look at it as an experience. Obviously, it's an honor to go shoot and be, considered Team USA, represent your country and go do stuff like that. But I think it's just going to be a really cool experience. You get to go shoot with other people that might know your name or might know you from YouTube and whatever else. A lot of the other countries, I would say, kind of look up to the U.S. as far as the shooting. They're not quite as far behind. They're a little further behind than we are. We've progressed a lot more, and we have a lot more availability for them. Talking to some of the South African guys, they can't just readily buy barrels of bullets and things like that like we normally can. So it'll be cool just to see the reactions and everybody else, to see the skill levels of everybody else, all the other countries. And I'm same with Partain. I just like to go shoot and hang out with my friends too.
Yeah, it definitely is a lot different in other countries. I don't know that we take it for granted, honestly. There's some of the countries that had a hard time picking their teams because they honestly could not hold matches to qualify, right? So they were like, well, we haven't been able to have matches, whether it be COVID or laws that they have there. So we really have it. We're lucky to be able to do everything that we do and have, you can shoot a match every weekend almost. So it's something that they don't get to enjoy over there. So I'm excited for internationally for them to be able to have this big match.
Sorry. Yeah, it really is an honor to represent the U.S. and I'm really excited to be a part of this, especially for the first year and everything. And I hope that it turns out well and keeps going. And I just think that it's really cool to just have everyone together, that like just shooting as a team. I think that's really cool.
Great.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I love the concept, and I hope that it grows and continues and gives people literally all over the world something to look forward to every year, whether it's going and competing this match and winning, or for me it's just like hearing how much fun you guys got to have, and hopefully watching y'all whoop up on a lot of other countries. I'm excited for that. I got my American flag ready, shoot off fireworks when I find out you guys all won. So we're about at the midpoint of the show. Remember, if you're watching us live on Facebook, ask any questions you have of the guest here in the comments section. It could get asked live on air. Other ways to catch us is you can always check back on the Shooters Mindset Facebook page. The videos stay up there forever. Usually we'll upload the podcast to all the podcast apps the night after the show. And then finally, everything eventually ends up on the Shooters Mindset YouTube page. So that's a great place to kind of look back at past episodes. A lot of times you'll hear us reference in here, oh yeah, I think last time I was on, I said, well, then you just go over the Shooters Mindset Facebook page, look up that person and catch that old past show. So I know there's a lot of challenges shooting a match in a different part of the country. If you're flying from the East Coast to the West Coast to the East Coast, you have different environments to deal with, different cultures, just the ways they run matches. You might have mulligans in College Station, but then if you go to North Carolina, there might not be mulligans, stuff like that. And so this is kind of a step further than that. So what's kind of some of the major challenges that you guys are anticipating with shooting a match literally in a foreign country that you have to fly halfway around the world to get to?
It can't be no worse than shooting in Oklahoma and Kansas. I'm just gonna put that out there. If you can shoot in those two places, you can shoot anywhere.
And I don't think it's anything about the match itself. I don't think they can probably necessarily throw anything at us that some of us haven't faced. We've been shooting long enough. We used to shoot off weird rickety barricades and props and good props and bad props and prone. And I'm I'm not too worried about that. The thing that I think is the biggest challenge is getting all the paperwork together, getting the permits. We have to have it all translated into French. They have some different laws there, like we can't wear camo. So I've
Yeah.
got to, if it's got a chance of rain, I've got to get different rain gear just because I don't have rain gear that's not camo. The way it kind of looks, we're gonna have to get like big transit vans to be able to transport our stuff because they don't have big SUV vehicles like we do here. If we're all gonna try to travel together, we're gonna have to have something pretty big. So it's more just the logistics of it that'd be the hard part, not necessarily the match.
Yeah, that's true. I can tell you, man, but like Angela Zane, she has been our angel and
yeah.
just researching and seeing what we need to get together and providing us with the forms, everything, jerseys, everything. Her work has been, I mean, it's unbelievable. And and for us to have to do it all individually, I'm sure that somebody would mess around and miss something that we were, supposed to have. And thanks to her, I think she's pretty much covered everything that's going to be needed, paperwork, everything. So,
Oh yeah, she's honorary team captain now.
yeah, no doubt. She has been a godsend for sure. But Austin's right. There's a lot that has to go into this that forms we have to fill out that I didn't even know existed. And it's not a big deal. It's just a matter of getting it all done, and making sure we don't miss anything that we're supposed to have. So
I think one of the big things is going to be like their writing, like their course of fire and everything. Like if they don't change it, or obviously it's going to be different for everyone. Like
Yeah.
I think that's going to be tough, and like communication with like the ROs and everything like that. Cause like reading their match book from like their last like regional match or whatever they had, it was like, oh, they write kind of odd. So I think it's going to be a little
Yeah, the wording's a little
challenge.
different. And then it makes you wonder if if the wording is going to be interpreted the same from French to US to German to
Yeah.
whatever other languages they're going to have to write these match books in.
And the measurements, like we're like meters. I'm like,
You just got to change decimal meters, you'll be fine.
or just
yeah, it'd be fine. It's just
just bring your own rangefinder and range them all yourself.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, they, I know when I shot USPSA, it came from IPSC, which is the international version of USPSA pistol shooting. And they have very scripted, shooter, are you ready? Stand by, beep on the, they don't say engage, they do beep on the thing. But even before that, though, when you come up to the line, it's, make ready. And you're not supposed to say any other words, just make ready. And the reason that they have it so scripted like that is because there is so much international competing going on and international shooters that don't all understand. And so they can learn just those like 5 commands. And so the ROs, especially internationally, have to say those exact things. They can't be like, hey man, you ready? Like they just have to say, make ready. And that's why. So they may need to come up with standardized things that they say for everybody and kind of teach y'all. So
Yeah, because my French is not very good.
Y'all gonna learn some French. There we go.
They just said put lay in front of everything. Lay rifle, lay bullets, and then you're good to go.
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
Ooh, I know escargot. That's snails.
Yeah, I can do that.
Do y'all think that the jet lag time change is going to affect y'all very much?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's a big hour difference. We're what, 6-8 hours difference from here, I think. I don't remember exactly, but yes, and that's why I think we're leaving a few days early. We'll get a couple of days before we have to check in and shoot to get acclimated a little bit.
That's a good idea.
Some jet lag and get some rest before we actually got to do some shooting.
I'm already tired all the time, so that's gonna be it's gonna be a slight.
Listen, you're too young for that.
Well, I'm always sleeping all the time.
I didn't realize how much it would affect you because I've worked night shift before. So I was like, I've done night shift. I can flip, whatever. I did night shift for years as a nurse. but I went to China in 2017, and man, it going was kind of rough, but I was also excited, and going that way, it doesn't seem nearly as bad as when you come back. And coming back, like, man, I came back and slept for like 24 hours. I was a zombie for a week. I was jet lagged and I didn't feel good. It was crazy.
Leon, whether
I'm gonna be so amped up and ready to go. I can tell you now, I ain't gonna be tired. I'm ready to go right now, and I work nights 5 to 5. So when y'all, like everybody, and I've had this conversation a million times. When I go to these 2-day matches, and you see me on a Friday, I had been up since 3 o'clock the afternoon on Thursday already. So just go with it, man.
I used to be able to do that. I used to work nights, days and nights, nights and days, and sometimes both. But
Yeah.
I got this office job. I got soft. I working days only. You get used to that, buddy.
Yeah, I can't do it anymore.
Leon in the comments just said he took a night job at 7-Eleven to prepare for the time change.
And to pay for the plane ticket.
Yeah.
Wait, 7-Eleven, is that the name of the store or the price of the gas?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, both.
Yeah. It's crazy. Any more lives?
Another shout out to Angela Zane for being Team Super Mom.
Has anyone heard about part-times? What we're doing?
I haven't.
Anything? No? Okay. Because I want to say that they were 2 minutes in their match thing, but I haven't heard anything about this national thing.
I haven't. I haven't heard.
I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember if they said.
I don't know. But by the way, just kind of a little shout out here. Did you catch the Shooter's Mindset episode where we had the IPRF team on? No. We talked about a bunch of stuff. I don't remember if we said.
Oh yeah. Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I watched that. I didn't know if you had said anything about part-times on it.
Yeah, I don't
I
remember.
don't remember. I watched it as well. I don't remember anything about part-times either.
Yeah, I don't remember.
My guess is they're going to be some tip probably between a minute and a half and 2 minutes would be my guess.
Yeah.
You know, they've got some good guys that are involved in helping with that deal. I know Marcus Olsen, one of the guys that's heading up the deal. He's from Sweden. He came over and shot Raton, spent some time in the U.S. And we talked about it, and he just said, "Yeah, it'll be a pretty normal match." And then Scott Satterley, he still has a little bit of a hand in it too. So I think they're going to be doing okay.
How are y'all going to get your ammo over there?
Mine's provided.
Mine's shipped.
Don't ask me. Mine's probably being shipped. I'm just getting on a plane and going.
So we
showing up the day of.
We can carry ammo. I think the airlines say like 11 pounds or something like that, which is roughly 250 dasher rounds. So we'll be able to fly. Plus, my wife and mom and dad are going, so I'll be able to divvy up ammo.
That's right. And the other people, I know, I'm sure Greg Bell, he'll probably want to bring 2,000 loaded rounds like he does for every match for some reason. I'll probably have to carry some of his for him, which I don't mind doing. I'm not carrying anything there again because mine's provided.
Yeah. Lucky.
I'll take it.
Again, just throwing this out here. Ammo pack mule available. I will carry 11 pounds for the low cost of one plane ticket.
That's it.
That low price of the plane ticket isn't very low.
I was about to say, yeah, somebody said in the comments that we should go over and cover it. And I would love to, but someone would have to buy my plane ticket because I am broke. These kids are killing me. Kids in college. So I know you said that there's some jerseys involved. Do y'all have any team sponsors or anybody's QU going to step up and like give y'all some USA rain gear since you can't wear camo? Just an idea. Just throwing it out there. Y'all should do that. You might know somebody big.
It'd be awesome if they did, because I'm right there with Austin. I've got to get some too. So
Yeah, as far as I know, there's not any team sponsors heading up. It'll just be pretty well be everybody's individual sponsors. They got some pretty cool jerseys in the works.
Yep.
I don't feel like I want to say too much about that. It would be cool to have more of a surprise. They're pretty slick looking jerseys, and everybody will just put their individual sponsors on them.
If we can get all the artwork turned in.
That's right.
Yeah, there's not a lot of time.
Yeah, no,
What is it, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
yeah, but we have to have. I think they told us it's like I talked to them today, and they said like you get like to revise it like 3 times for free, and the final revision has to be done by July 5th, which is not far away, and
Yeah.
to have it in hand by the time we get ready to go. So
Yep. Y'all got to get it all in there. So what do you think, Austin, you've done the AG Cup.
Yeah.
What do you think the pressure is going to be like in this match? Is it going to be different? Is it going to be more pressure because you're representing your country? Is it going to be more fun because it's a whole team going? Is it like, how do you think the pressure is going to be different? Because I know the AG Cup has a whole different set of pressure than other matches do. And it's kind of interesting to watch how everybody functions a little bit differently under that pressure. So do you think that this is going to be different? And then I'd like to hear Payton and Matt also, but.
I mean, I don't think so. At the end of the day, it's still just shooting. I really don't think we'll probably ever shoot a match with as much pressure as we had in the very first AG Cup that we had, just because of the stigma that was put on it. And then them coming up and telling us that we absolutely could not talk to any other competitors, couldn't do anything. So everybody's just like sitting around in their own corner, and, you know, you have all the time in the world to get in your own head. I don't think so. I don't think this would be like that. You know, as far as I know, we're not all going to be shooting in the same squads. I think everybody's going to kind of be split up and separated, from what I understand. So it'll just kind of be you, and you just be shooting against yourself at that point. I don't think it'll be bad. I mean, you're trying to represent the United States here, but at the same time, I try to conduct myself in a way that represents the companies that I represent and just who I am anyway. So there shouldn't be anything different there.
I think it could also be less pressure just because you're not the only one. I mean, obviously you're shooting individually as well and for yourself, but I think it helps take a little bit of the pressure off that you are with other people. And obviously there's that pressure that you are shooting for your country, which, I mean, that's a big deal, but it's helpful to know that you have people. It's not just all you.
Yeah, it'd be nice to be like, oh, you know, I screwed the pooch here. You know, this is just a bad match. It's not for me, but look at my teammate. That trophy is coming back to our country with him. Like that, I think that's probably the coolest thing about it all, is that, like, as our entire country, when we got, you know, challenged to this match, we're like, all right, y'all are the ones we're going to send to go pick up our trophies.
Literally.
We trust you. So that's just super awesome that you guys kind of get that honor to do that.
Definitely.
I agree.
So we already kind of touched on this a little bit before, but I think it's worth talking about twice. Your team support staff. Eric Lumberg was supposed to be on the show, but he is incredibly busy at work and is doing something with Germans and stuff right now. But he messaged me before, like, hey, I'm not going to be on, but one thing I want to make sure is that, you know, we shout out everybody who's helping this going. And the first name he said was Angela Zane, that we've already said is basically a superhero for the team and, you know, getting you guys all squared away. But there's other people in the background that are doing what they can. There's Adam Free, Sean Murphy, Katie Godfrey, and Hugh Tanner, who are all, you know, pitching in a lot and helping out. Is there anybody else that's been helping out a lot that you guys wanted to touch on and shout out?
Yeah, I can say Eric Cortina, he reached out, and he's letting anybody that wants to use one of his tuners, which I have one. So I got to shout out him for offering that. and even Austin Orgain, letting us, I didn't have a 308 brake, and he was generous enough to send me one so I could run the Ace brake. So thank you for that, Austin, and everybody else. Krieger barrels, I didn't have a 308 barrel. I called them up, and they had one on the shelf, and I was lucky enough to get them to send me that. And my gunsmith, it's just a whirlwind of people. Like my gunsmith, Lee DeVille at DAFTAC Custom Arms, he has a storefront that he's covered up daily, and I was able to, lucky enough for him to get him to spin me up a barrel, on real short notice, so I could, not only get it broke in, but practice with the 308 as much as I can, because I don't shoot a 308 very often. So there's lots of people that have sacrificed their time and their products and everything so far, and man, it's so helpful, that and I'm so appreciative of for them just to take time out of their day to help me out, which I'm just one person. There's a whole bunch of people going that I couldn't do it without them. So
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, I mean, that's we get a lot of support from here. We get a lot of support from our sponsors. I know Robert Badgett and David Weiss at WeBad are giving a bag to anybody that wants to take one. We're just with the stipulation that we leave it over there with somebody who needs one. It's a good way to get your product. Really, it's a good way to get your product on the international market. It's a good way to showcase it. And
that's true. I bet they've got some stuff over there that we've never seen. I'm sure we're bringing some stuff that they've never seen also. So it'll be cool to see what kind of stuff they run.
It's fun to do international things. Whenever I went over to China, it was crazy. It was kind of a business for kind of promotion with our hospital, but they had a nursing competition, and it was like all these nurses from international, and it was so cool to sit and talk to the ones that I could converse with, which the Chinese, we would put it in the app, we would type in there and it would convert to Chinese, and they'd read it and they'd type and we'd talk that way. But it was so cool to hear the differences of how they do things and the challenges that they have, and then talking to nurses in England and Australia and New Zealand that do speak English that we could converse with. It was just really cool to see the different ways. So I imagine it's the same with shooting. There's going to be different styles and different, I think a lot of it is the same, because in nursing, a lot of it was very much the same, but then there were some differences of how things are done. So I think it'll be very cool. Like I alluded to before, even just their gun laws are so different, and what they have to, the challenges that they have to face to be able to even have a gun. I think it'd be very fascinating to go over there and talk to the competitors.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that Google Translate's going to be saving grace, because I don't understand none of that.
I'm hoping we run into enough people that speak English where it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
I will say, so I'm on some of the IPRF chats because I help with some of the marketing, and most of the countries all speak pretty decent English. We've had some Zoom calls, and some of it may be a little broken, but a lot of them are very, very good at English. It puts me to shame because I can speak nothing except English. I guess I can speak country, but
you made fun of my accent.
Yeah, so well, that's because I have one. So but yeah, they all had very strong English. I was pretty impressed with the amount. So I think y'all will get to talk to a lot of people. Maybe more than what you think.
Yeah, maybe we'll get some culture. Get to see, just like I said, get to see how everybody else, does things, what the laws are there. Food. I really like food. The French are kind of known for food, so I'm looking looking forward to that. I know, you know, after talking to Marcus with Sweden, he shot the European Championship there, and he said they went to Verdun and got to see a lot of that, where a lot of the World War I stuff happened. He said,
Yeah.
you know, there's a lot of artifacts and like steel trenches dug, and in the battlefield, you still see craters and stuff in the ground from.
Yeah,
from
some of
artillery.
that's,
I think it'd be something pretty cool to go see.
yeah, no doubt. The beaches of Normandy. I know that Frank Zane, he mentioned that, and that would be awesome to see. Even the, man, I tell you, man, I don't know if it's kind of weird, but I'd like to see the catacombs down there. I bet that's unreal, you know, to you know, to see that kind of stuff. The Eiffel Tower, the, you know, the Notre Dame, you know, Notre Dame over there. I mean, just everything over there. It's going to be cool to see, but
Yeah, the Louvre. We got all the. If you're into art or anything like that, they got a lot of museums and.
oh yeah.
There to see.
It's not that I'm into art, but I don't know. I can't name one person that I know that has seen the Mona Lisa.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what I'm saying? But at least I'll be able to say it. This old redneck from Northwest Louisiana. I've seen it.
I just have to say the image of Matt in a museum in France. Are
Yeah.
you gonna wear the overalls?
Yeah.
to the museum?
Yeah, girl. I got a brand new pair.
There's no
Hey,
option.
speaking of that, I got a brand new pair, and a buddy of mine named Trey Bryce. We're gonna get embroidered. We ready. We are
He's
coming.
scarves them.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get them.
Wait, are you gonna embroider like USA across
Yeah.
the butt?
No,
Like
it's going to be
stamp?
Greg Bell's face.
Yeah, I got the coffee cut on one side and the U.S. flag on the other. So yeah, he's gonna be there with me at all times.
No, that would be awesome. I'd love to see. My parents went to Normandy. My grandfather didn't storm the beaches of Normandy, but he parachuted in like the day after. So it would be really cool to go and see that.
Oh yeah.
Huge historical meaning, I guess, for
Yeah,
us.
it'd be pretty neat to see. I don't know. You know, some things interest me a lot more than others. I know the Mona Lisa is supposed to be a priceless painting, but it's just some girl sitting there looking at something to me. But at least I can say I've seen it, you know.
If you better take a picture with the Mona Lisa. They might not allow photography, but we need a picture of Matt with the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
That has to happen.
Yeah. It's kind of cool because, you know, we have lots of cool historic things, you know, here in the States from a couple hundred years ago. But you go over there and you have stuff from a couple thousand years ago.
Right.
So it's a lot older. So where we're shooting, I looked it up whenever I found out about this. There's an old fort that is now, I think, a church or a monastery or something like that. But it was, I forgot when they said it was built, like 1150, something like that is when this thing was built. So it's a lot older country. It's a lot older everything over there. You know, it's been there a lot longer than what we've established in the U.S.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
That is a long time ago.
Greg, are there any more lives?
Jason said, hey, from Australia, and you guys should come down to Australia and shoot with them.
That'd be fun.
Meet us in France.
It's
Yeah.
in France.
We'll meet it in the middle.
At least in France, not everything tries to kill you.
Yeah, no, that ain't
Yeah.
no kidding.
I don't know what they have deadly there, but it's not near as much as what they have in Australia.
No, Australia, everything's trying to kill you. Like, and I want to go to Australia. So I'm not dissing on Australia because I want to go. I have a friend over there, Jody. I want to go see her. But it is trying to kill you, like everything there. The spiders, the lizards, the birds, the everything are trying to kill you. Like,
Yeah, and they do.
it's crazy. All right. How about y'all's rifle setups? Everybody's always curious to hear what gear you're taking. So I want you one at a time to kind of go through your gun, your scope, what bags you use, and ammo. That's the other thing. I was like, what's the other thing? Ammo. What ammo you use? I know, Matt, you got to use what's there, but run through the gun and your gear.
Yeah, so I shoot a I guess start at the top of the gun. I have a Collis 525i DLR, that's been tried and true for me. I've got a brand new Defiance machine, a Ruckus that I'm taking. I've got a Krieger 125 straight that's going to be screwed into it. Manners TCS PRS, taking that with me. I run Armageddon gear bags, so I'm gonna take several of those with me. As far as the ammo goes, I like we said, it's provided. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I've heard that it could be 175 Seikos, and I don't have any of those, but I've got a bunch of Hornady 178s that I'm going to be practicing with pretty good bit here in the near future. So that's what I'm taking with me over there, and I'm sure I'll carry spare triggers. I know that's a hot topic for me. Spare triggers. I'll probably bring a spare scope with me. Anything that could possibly go down, I'm probably going to bring an extra one with me. Firing pin assembly, several of those, probably just another bolt, just anything that we could, think of that could go down, especially the things that do go down the most. That's what I mean. Is that what else you want to know? Anything else?
I think that's good. I think that's a good idea. Like, I wonder, are y'all going to have like a team captain, like bring a rifle just in case somebody has one go down as a team? Like if somebody brought one extra.
I don't know that, but I know I'm bringing spare parts. Most of the things that go down, while we're shooting, they can be replaced, pretty easy, the major things as far as like your barrel's not, we're not going to go over there with a burnout barrel. And other than that, just the stuff that moves. If it can move, I'm gonna bring an extra one with me.
Yeah, if you can take a bolt and a scope and a trigger, there's really not much else on a rifle. It's gonna probably go down.
People have run over their rifles at matches before. I've seen it.
I've seen it happen before too.
Yeah.
How about you, Austin? What's on your gun?
So I get to just run my normal setup. I've got impact precision, foundation stock, proof barrel, chambered in 6 dasher. I'll have a tangent theta scope on top of it, mounted in Hawkins rings, Hawkins bottom metal, and Bixen Andy trigger. Let's see what else. Ace muzzle brake on the end, naturally. So for the components, we'll load alpha brass. They're alpha 6 dasher brass. It'll just be virgin brass. It comes out of the press hot and ready to go. So we just load it and then have it loaded with 110 grain Hornady A tips.
Very good. Payton, how about you?
I'm sort of similar. And the Ace brake, got a Blake barrel on there. I'm shooting the KRG C4 chassis, topped with the 525 Collis DLR, with a Bixen Andy trigger, impact action, wee bad bags, and spur mount. And then loading, shooting Lapua 6BR with 110s, A-tips.
6BR.
Stay with my setup. Other than the mags, we had to get 10-round mags because apparently you can't have 12 rounds over there.
Like you can't, that's the first I heard of that. Are you saying we can't have 12-round mags?
Yeah, I think in the rules it said you can't have something that says more than 10 rounds, because mine say 12 rounds, even though some of them only hold 10, they say 12, so you can't.
So I wonder if you take a 10 rounder with a spacer and it just says.
Yeah,
10
I'll fix this. That's exactly. Mine still says 10 rounds on it.
I bet it'll be fine if it says 10.
I'll have to look into that. That's my luck right there.
Let's say none of y'all end up reading the rules wrong and end up in jail, please.
I need to reread over them again just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I might wear a camo shirt and have a 12-round mag and end up in a French prison.
Oh,
Yeah. Haven't you seen all the horror story movies of people ending up like in jail in a foreign
They call that
country,
locked up abroad.
Yeah.
get waterboarded and stuff? So, Mr. Partain, why did you bring a 12-round magazine into our country?
Reading.
Yeah, I didn't know. I got a 14 rounder too coming. So
Hey, so funny story on this deal. We went bear hunting in Canada a couple of weeks ago, a month ago or so. And we get up there and they won't let me through because I got a pocket knife that opens from the back. It wasn't assisted open or anything. It had a deal on the back and open. They wouldn't let me through. I had to turn around and go back and mail it to myself. I guess I was going to murder everybody in Canada with a pocket knife.
But not the rifle.
Yeah. We didn't have any rifles, but yeah, they wouldn't have cared about the rifle. We had our bows and arrows and everything else, but that pocket knife, it was bad. Assault knife.
Let's say I've been through that border crossing before. Those Canadians at the border, they choose the big ones with the big guns.
Yeah.
So Peyton, TJ said that you got some real-time experience with a rifle going down here recently.
Yep, this weekend at Punisher, my rifle, still don't know the issue, what happened, but it was all over the place and it was really, really stressful. And then we moved to my backup gun and we actually figured out today that it had the same issue as my normal one. So both guns I shot weren't shooting right. I actually shot 4 guns in one match. So that yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That I think really it was pretty crazy.
That is never fun.
I mean, it was a fun match, but I had fun beating myself up.
That literally describes my first match ever. My pros rifle went down, and like 3 days in, all of a sudden someone couldn't hit the broadside of the barn. Made it through though.
Yeah.
what is that? I'm seeing where Caleb wrote why 308.
He
Yeah.
must have tuned in late.
Yeah, he was late to join. So if you could explain for Caleb why
Yeah.
you were shooting 308 in this match.
So like you said, if you didn't catch it at the beginning, so in the division that I'm shooting in, it's called limited. The only thing I get to shoot the exact same setup that I shoot at every match. The only difference is the caliber. And in this international precision rifle, they have a class called limited, and limited is 308 or 223. And then from what I understand, in the country of France, 223 is not allowed. No civilians allowed to own or be in possession of 223. So that narrows it down to a 308. So that's why I'm shooting 308.
It'll be fun.
Oh yeah, no
I'm
doubt.
excited to see it. So do y'all have goals individually for this match for yourself, as well as do you have any goals as a team? Like
Win. No.
Yes, and yes, and yeah. Peyton said it's both to win.
Mhm.
I want our team to win. I want our team to win. I want every divisions of our team to win, and I want to win. So
Yeah, I think you have to go in there with that mindset, though. And it's like that with everybody I know shooting or whatever. But I think an advantage that the U.S. has, and I could be totally wrong, but I don't think anybody else in the world pulls the trigger as much as we do. And especially with the opportunities, you can shoot just as much as you want to shoot, just as deep as your pocketbooks will go. And that's one advantage that we have. I plan on shooting a whole lot. I get off at 5 a.m. and the sun's up at 5:30, and I'm going to be at the range a bunch. Probably 4 days out of the 7. I'm going to be shooting a little bit each day, just practicing and trying to get to know a 308 and different positions and just everything being different. So
don't burn that barrel out, Partain.
I know, right? That 308.
Yeah.
But I expect the U.S. to come out with the individual and overall wins in each division. That's my prediction, and I've spoken with other people, and I hope there is a Calcutta over there.
Trying to make back that plane ticket, ain't you?
And I believe I can do it. I hope they have as much confidence as I do.
Matt, have you ever competed with a 308 before?
No. We finna see.
You're the
Hell
best.
yeah.
It's going to be fun. Like I said, I'm not shooting Hornady. But I am going to fly up there on Tuesday, and George and Brian have been gracious enough. I'm going to fly up there on Tuesday, and I'm going to shoot his whole course of fire on Wednesday. And then Donna's flying up on Thursday, and we're going to RO Friday and Saturday. So I'm off all next week. And so, like I said, I plan on shooting a bunch.
Nice. That's good practice there.
Test out
Yep.
that 308. So that'll be a good one to test out that 308.
Yep, no doubt.
Have you guys heard any about like what the environment is like where the match is at? Is this going to be like an Oklahoma match or like a Georgia match? Or
I've looked at their weather a whole bunch, and man, I can tell you that it's not near as hot over there as it is over here. Matter of fact, I've got it pulled up right now, and their high today was 76 degrees.
oh, that sounds glorious.
It
Yeah,
looked to me like it's supposed to be about mid 70s.
Yeah.
The kind of rains and terrain, I would say, probably looked a lot like arena in Georgia.
yeah.
A little bit pretty squarish with kind of a flare of field match type stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. So that'd be easy for y'all from the land of wind and more wind.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know how the wind is there. I don't know if the wind's supposed to blow, what their average wind speed is. But
I don't know what their average is, but like I said, looking at it right now, I mean, I'm looking at it currently, and it's I think it's 4 a.m. over there right now. And let's see, tomorrow at noon, their high is 5 miles an hour.
Wonder how their DA is over there, how different it is from here.
I'm preparing more for the rain than anything. I feel like, man, every time you look at them on a movie or whatever, it's always overcast and it's always wet.
Always raining in World War II movies.
Yeah, it's always raining.
Well, that sounds like the PRS series.
Yeah, Precision Rain Series.
Series.
Every match I go to, it rains.
Yeah, it rained on us at Punishers last weekend.
Yeah,
I guess I need to invest in some rain gear.
yeah, me and you.
I don't have any of that.
E3, I got rain gear, it's just all camo.
Yeah. But Carhartt, if you're listening, I need some rain gear.
Not camouflage.
Yeah, not camouflage.
That's right.
When I was getting into PRS, someone tricked me into it. I was like, all right, so what do I need to buy to shoot this match? She's like, rain gear and a rifle too.
Yeah, you might need that.
Yeah, minor details. You any more lives, Greg?
We are good on that side.
All right. Well, I think we can wrap this down to shout outs then. We usually start with Greg. You can go ahead.
All right. I have GSL suppressors, my favorite little pew quieter back there. It's real cool. Shooters and Sharpshooters of Augusta, our local indoor and outdoor ranges. PDC Custom, most beautiful rifle chassis known to man back there. Shooters World Powder. Hunter's HD Gold. I'm super blind, but like when I wear these glasses, I can see stuff. They're really dope. And then Fix-It Sticks and Vortex.
All right. How about Matt? We'll go with you next.
Yeah. So I've got to shout out all the people that helped me, just throughout the year and everything, which would be Collis and Swarovski, Defiance Machine, Krieger Barrels, Ace Brakes, Manners Composite Stocks, Armageddon Gear. All those people have been very, very helpful. My gunsmith, Lee DeVille at DavTac, he's just an awesome person and a phenomenal gunsmith. And man, just all those guys, I can't thank everybody enough for everything that they do for me, but also for the sport. That there's all very, very good people.
All right. How about Payton?
I want to thank all my sponsors, Collis and Swarovski, some of my mentors, Modern Day Sniper, Philip Vallejo, JTech guys, they're awesome. We Bad, Redbeard, Flatline Ops, S&S Precision, and Impact.
All right. And then Austin, how about you?
Yeah, I got a big shout out to Hornady. Those guys pretty awesome. They keep us in components and bullets, impact precision, actions, foundation stocks, proof research barrels, Hawkins Precision. They make some really, really good high quality products. Bix and Andy triggers, Bullet Central, Ace muzzle brakes, and shameless plug on JTAC.
Shame.
Don't forget, we won't forget Weebad, David Weiss, Robert Badgett, Weebad. Those guys keep us in bags.
And that's awesome that they're letting y'all take over and leave them over there. So,
Yeah, that'd be one less thing to have to fly back with.
well, that way, when you get all the trophies, you can like leave the bag, take the trophies,
There you go.
right?
Yeah. I like the way you think.
All right. And then I just want to shout out the three of y'all for coming on and spending your time with us on a Tuesday night, as well as representing our country. We are very happy to see y'all representing us over there. I think it's a great team. I'm excited to see how y'all do. I know it's going to be great. But I'm very excited for this. I think it's going to be great. And I can't wait to see how it turns out. And we'll have to have a show after everybody gets back in the stateside and, have some people from the team back on. If somebody wins, we'll have them and we'll see how it goes. But,
Little debrief.
Oh, I thought you said, let me know when.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, hey, okay.
Yes.
I thought you had said, well, let me know
between
when.
cocky and confident, and I try to walk that fine line pretty close.
You tightrope that one, buddy.
She said it, not me.
I was talking whenever he tried to say it. I thought that's what he said, and I just started laughing. But anyway, no, we're super excited for y'all. We wish everybody the best of luck and safe travels for the whole team, and put lots of pictures on Facebook for sure. And
Yeah, I'm really good at taking pictures of matches, so I'll just do that.
You're gonna have family over there that can do it. Ding
You're
dong.
right. I'm gonna take my wife. I told her that's how she's got to pay her way. Is she's got to be the photographer and social media person while we're there.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, with that, that'll be a wrap for episode 380, and we will see everybody next week.